I'm John Stephenson. Welcome to tonight's program, Europe by Train. June Geiman and I, my wife now, traveled into 7 countries in Europe: Hungary, Yugoslavia, Austria, Greece, Italy, Germany, Switzerland. And in traveling through those 7 countries, we did it all by train for the most part. And we filmed some exciting adventures for educational purposes as 2 native Kentuckians leaving for their first time to go travel in Europe by train. I might add that we did this with no room reservations, staying in bed and breakfast places, trying to do it as economically as possible, and neither one of us spoke any foreign languages. So it can be done, and you can have a rewarding, exciting, high adventure, I might add, trip. This is the 2nd educational series of tapes that June and I have produced. The first, you might note, is the history of Kentucky's counties, which many of you have seen on Store's XS channel. So we look forward to bringing you this now, Europe by Train. Thank you. Notice a stark difference in the territory here, June. Just in the housing and in the ground itself, I bet you. Church. Yeah. There's June in our first day in Hungary, Budapest, down in Pest. It's like an apartment building in the downtown area. Street for sale. We came across from our pension. This is the main walking street in Budapest. Square in Budapest.
Million tourists here, and we are very proud of this, and I hope this year much more. Budapest has two parts, Buda and Pest. In Buda are the hills, Pest is a flat area. Now we are in Pest, and later we are going to Buda. In the 11th century. Same style. They are built, it's an American lead composer standing on the facade. On the right side you are seeing the ballet school in the same style.
The ballet school?
Inside at the next corner is coming a building. And on the building you can see a golden wall painting. It is called sgraffito, and this came from Italy. Yes, we arrived. Well, I was speaking about the Hungarian language. The Hungarians, they came together 1,000 years ago with the Finnish people. Only the Finnish events.
Where the diplomats stay.
The 1,000-year anniversary of the Folk Fest. The Hungarian came here 1,000 years ago, and the leader is sitting on the horse, the first leader. This column is called Millennium column. Millennium, it means in Latin 1,000 years. On the top is standing Angel Gabriel. In one, he is the protector spirit of Hungary. In one hand, he has the Hungarian Holy Crown, and the other, the Apostolic Double Cross. This column is 36 meters high, and the architect Zala György passed his name won in Paris on the World Fair in 1900, a golden medal. Standing our most important kings and liberty heroes. The first, he is Saint Stephen. Saint Stephen was our first king in the 11th century. The second is Saint Ladislaus, and then is coming Coleman. He was our king in the 13th century, and he said that he was a great scientist. There are no witches, I don't allow to burn them, because in this time, if a husband had enough from his wife, he said she is a witch. And in the moment they took away the wife and she was burned. It's history what I'm saying, it's true. It's over. Son made you king, our greatest Renaissance king. And after him the Turks came and occupied Hungary, and they were here more than 150 years. In this time only a little part was free in Hungary. This is Transylvania. Today it belongs to Romania. And therefore, because this was a free part, you can see here the three princes of Transylvania. We were a lot of wars in Hungary, and this is a lot of the device.
Soldier.
But he was also fighting.
Where did you go in exile?
Because then the Habsburgs came back and they didn't like it. Kossuth wished that Hungary should be know that they're independent. And
When
in
did you
this
go to?
in Italy. sauna, a hot fountain. On the left side, a big circus, and also on the left side, an amusing park, separate for children and separate for grown-up. In the Middle Ages, the kings were hung.
It's a sauna.
That's probably what we need. Come here and get a good...
It's their city hall.
Look on the left side. This is because it is built in every style which existed once in Hungary. One tower in a Gothic, the other in a Baroque, the third in a Roman style. The whole building was built only for a joke of paper. And it was such a great success within the publicum that later they built it of stone. And here is coming a little... Yeah, again on the hero...
Hero Square.
Also, back to the 1st April as a great demonstration. So 1st May is the day of the workers, the 1st April our Liberation Day. On the left side is again a big statue. It's a memory of the soldiers. So everything what you are seeing is new or rebuilt. And this was her favorite color, therefore we called it after her. In Vienna, the same color is called Schönbrunn yellow. The station was built also in the end of the 19th century.
We should take a look at it when we arrive. Yes, when we arrive.
You can see. It's a Cafe Hungaria style. And I never got the same answer. Church. This was built in the 16th century. It's built in a Gothic Baroque World War. All the 8 were blown up and all the 8 are rebuilt. On the left side you are seeing the Gellert Hill. On the top of the Gellert Hill is the Liberation Monument. This was built after the Second World War. On the right side, the big building, it's the Royal Castle. This was the Mongol invasion. In the Second World War, it burned out totally, and the renovation are not yet finished. Now you can see it in a neo-Gothic style. In front of us, in the semicircle, is standing a statue. He's Saint Gallen. He was an Italian priest. He lived in the 11th century. Like in Spain or in Italy, but if you are going in a shop, then if it's a good price then you are buying, if not then you are, but there are fixed prices in every shop.
9 years ago, we ordered the weather for you as well.
I learned this from the German guests. They are saying if the angels are traveling, then the heaven is smiling. Perhaps in the bus there are sitting a lot of angels now. Here have a stop, but only for 5 minutes, and I show you a very good place if you wish to take pictures.
Budapest. This is on Buda, overlooking the Pest and the Don or Danube River. Ready? They're taking off.
Building. It's built in a Rococo style. It's a medical museum and it has the name of Professor Semmelweis. We built them together with the Austrians 5 years. And the funicula you can see also on the left side.
I like Hyde Park Corner is used to measure distances. When the lion's got no tongues.
We are going to the Hilton. And please be so kind and stay with me. Stick together if it is possible. We are staying here till past.
Bastillion and the church, and you can see the bullet holes in the church walls all throughout the cement from World War II. Church.
It is called Our Lady's Church because it was built for the Madonna. Then it is called Coronation Church because 4 Hungarian kings were crowned with this church. And it is called Matthew Church because the coat of arms of King Matthew you can see inside. It's a very good acoustic in the church.
Dankeschön.
the coat of arms of Bavaria.
This is the tomb of the Hungarian king. Wise church, and it was built in the 12th century. And Sissi, who was also Elizabeth, the Empress Austria, was coronated here in the 12th century. And this overlooks Pest.
Telling you stories and not always numbers. And in her hand is the coat of arms of Budapest. This is a big library.
Look at that hair on the statue there.
The what? Oh, yeah. Early 18th century. What do you know about what this?
Semmi, legyenek róla jár, tornazsák, labolják a léc.
And Debbie, June's going to bring home a cat from Budapest.
Budapest kitty.
Would she? Area and the old part still down at the end. The 16th century. When I was walking there.
Monastery.
This is Parliament.
In front of us you can see the Margaret Bridge. Over the Margaret Bridge we are going back to Pest because now we are still in Buda. The Margaret Bridge was built from a French engineer. A Turkish bath. In which we can see the corner of the island. The island is 2.5 kilometers long. There are 2 hotels, 3 swimming pools, beautiful.
you're from, I understand, America.
That's what they say.
And your name and address is?
And that's my dog takes it home.
Looking out over the Don are the Danube. Danube.
That's the island. There's an island in the middle. Elizabeth.
Island called Elizabeth.
Which has several residents and hotels.
Yes, now because as I understand it, they discovered some hot springs. And so they're hot spring hotels.
This is a view as seen from the Fisherman's Bastille. Behind the beautiful church and overlooking the Danube.
Okay, there was a plague or something. Oh, no. The church took over and he came here to leave. And he swore if he ever got back,
And
he would dedicate his
there's Parliament
daughter to God. So
on
he
the
did
Pest
it.
side
She was 11
of the
years
river.
old. She put her in the house.
Big of it. Thanks, Dad.
Fisherman's Bastille.
This is really unique.
Looking down toward Pest. And the bridges across the Danube. The island of Elizabeth.
She said there were 10 million people and
Over in the Buddha.
I
In the hills of
there
Buddha.
were 1 point something.
And brightens my close-up picture up. This has got a 1:8 zoom on it.
If I had to set my camera, I wouldn't get any pictures at all because they'd set it all up. Actually, it's the first camera I've ever bought.
The roof of the church.
As a kid. Then it wasn't interesting. But when I came over here,
Got to, yeah.
I have taken some.
It is something you need.
I think I had 600 pictures.
Really?
Yeah.
When are you going to be going back home?
June 1st, June 2nd.
And for dinner this evening. Very good.